Hi guys, I've got Vanessa here from Talking the Talk, Sex and Health Education.
Hello.
Hello.
It's great to be here.
We are covering so many interesting topics. When we catch up, I feel like we're always doing this. We're always, because there's so much to learn. But something that I thought was really important to chat through today was something that we're seeing a lot in the media, and that is about disrespect towards women. And I know that you talk about the fact that that is related to rigid gender stereotypes.
That's
so
right, yeah.
If you're like me and you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing at home with your little ones, I know that Vanessa's got some very useful tips.
Well, the Let's Stop It at the Start campaign by the Australian government has some fantastic resources for parents, especially because this starts from a very young age, these messages that children are getting about inequality. And if we don't have equality, then there is the potential for disrespect. And we know that violence against women starts with disrespect. So it's about breaking down that disrespect. And the thing is, the inequality messages saying all the time that men are superior to females is everywhere. So recently I was teaching some year 9s and year 10s, and I show images of advertising. And we break down what those images are. And it's an image of a woman lying on the ground with not many clothes on, but she's got high heels on, and 4 men standing around her in suits.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, so when you say to the kids, what's wrong with this, they can pick it straight away. She's lying down. They're dominating. Dominating her. And when I said the words rigid gender stereotype in another class the other day, one of the kids just called out, domination of males. So there's these. Well, it's not that serious because it doesn't scare me because I'm expecting it because we hear it all the time. So it's about breaking those down from the start, because we know that people who perpetuate violence against women, there's several key factors that are defining what might be common to why they do that. And one of them is their acceptance of rigid gender stereotypes, and that women should do this and men should do this. And so the breakdown of that should start early, so all kids can play with trucks.
Yes.
And all kids can wear a tutu if they want.
Yes.
So
well, my son loves Emma Wiggle, and he is so cute. They come down in their Emma Wiggle dresses, the two of them, with the bow in his hair, and absolutely loves it because that's what his sister's doing, and equally she will gravitate towards certain toys. So I don't think you intentionally set them up to go one way or another, but they're exposed to it elsewhere.
They are, yeah. And so we should have accepting and inclusive scenarios at school and kinder to let children just be who they want to be. The problem comes from adults who will judge a child. So I show a photo at my parent presentations of a boy, a cisgender boy, cisgender meaning his gender matches, he's assigned sex at birth. He's a boy with a baby in a, what do you call those? You've got young
baby
kids.
Carrier.
Baby carrier. And I asked the parents of a spectrum of equality, people who believe in equality and those who believe in rigid gender stereotypes, what might they say if I said to them, this boy will turn out to be, on one end of the spectrum, people say a great dad. On the other end, people say, well, gay. As though being gay or being feminine is, and not everyone who's gay is feminine.
Hopefully a good father.
Hopefully a good father. That gay is a negative thing, so that's the spectrum of what people might say, and it's about breaking down those stereotypes for all ages.
And it's interesting, I know that this is a whole other topic that we're going to cover off, but when you talk about, can we just quickly cover off again the whole sex assigned at birth, and that not everyone is going to fit within one particular...
So go to the diversity video to hear more about it, but just to quickly mention gender. Gender is a social construct. Gender diversity, gender identity though, is how we feel within ourselves about being masculine or feminine or male or female within our society and within our surroundings. And I say to parents, when did you know you're the gender that you are? And people often say, well, I've always known, well, I've been told. And just going back to your point there about how it differs from sex assigned at birth, when a baby is born, the adults in the room assign a physical sex to that child based on the look of the genitals. That is different to their gender. That's their physical sex. And it will be male or female or intersex. And again, more details on that in the other video. But their gender will be determined by that child. And most will know by the age of 3 or 4.
Interesting.
Many people, well, if you think of children who are cisgender, who it does match their sex assigned at birth, we don't question that,
no,
do we? So
no, it's
why wouldn't
expressed,
we
it's
question the
obvious and
the small percentage, but still relevant as far as human diversity, that identify otherwise? Some people, they don't really align with their gender identity till much later on in life,
Right.
even into their adulthood.
they just feel that they should be acting or being a certain way until they
it's really
know that
complex.
something's new.
Yeah.
I know, I think we could probably talk all day on
But
that
the
topic.
key point is that people sitting there saying, well, I disagree with you, Vanessa. I think that their gender should match their sex assigned at birth. That's okay for people to have their own opinions and their own values. That's really important that we have our own thoughts about these things. But as far as human diversity, humans have always been this way. It's part of human species. And the point is, you have your opinion, but respect other people.
Yeah.
You can't harm other people with your opinion because they're different to what you think they should be.
So true.
That's my message.
And that's something I certainly hope to pass on to my little ones too. So it starts with us educating them young.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
No worries. Thanks.